Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm just going to be sharing with you guys how I applied and got my license to practice as a security professional. This is the summer season where a lot of students are planning on, working to save up for tuition. And I feel like this is the best time to make this video because this job pays above minimum wage and can pay the least I'm talking about here in Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. The least you get is from like $19 and it goes up to about $28 to $30, depending on where you're working at, depending on the position you have where you're working. So I'm going to take you guys through the process. What are the things you need to know when applying for a security job? So let me just tell you the things you need to know. So when applying for a security job, I want you to be aware that this is not like back home where we take all these manual jobs that we don't regard them. Here you regard every job. Every job. There's no job that is like, oh, it's too small or something. No, there's nothing like that. So for the security job here, it's not, so I'm talking as someone that works as a security professional or personnel, whatever it's called. So back home, usually we think when we hear security, we are thinking, oh, you're standing by the gate, you're opening the gate for someone to go and come, like gateman, those kind of things. But that's not what it is here. It's quite different. So, as a security person, you can work in anywhere, different places. You can work at the bank, at the hospital, at the school, everywhere needs security. So you can work anywhere. So, when I started, what I did was you have to apply for the security license, right? Before you're able to start working as a security person, because you need this license to be able to, like, help you, just in case you just need a license to actually become a security person here. Unlike back home, anyone can be a security person. So what I did was, there is this website, you have to like take trainings. So the training is for 40 hours. You have 40 hours training. In this training, they're going to be teaching you a lot. Can be on site, it can be online, like you choose what you want. So for me, I did the online training. The training was for 40 hours. It was a lot of teaching you about what you're supposed to do when you see someone stealing, teaching you about different things, because yeah, it's quite different. When you see someone stealing, you cannot even, like, collect it. You cannot, what's that word now? You cannot, I've forgotten the word. You can't retrieve or something. So you're not supposed to do anything like that. You're just supposed to watch the person to see if the person wants to steal. If the person does that, you approach the person nicely. You do not accuse someone. It's just a lot of training for you to know the things you're supposed to do and the things you're not supposed to do. So the 40 hours training requires a lot of teaching, and also like how you're supposed to give reports, as a security person, basically. So for every teaching you get, like, you have like tests, you have like classwork for them to know that you know what you're doing. So at the end of the 40 hours training, you have like a final test, and you need to score 80% in this test. That's like a test from all of the teachings you've been doing. So when you score the 80% from this test, then you apply for the provincial examination. So for me, because I'm in Alberta, I applied for the Alberta provincial examination, like for the security. So you also need to have like an 80% before you're able to, you know, yeah, before you're able to pass. I remember the first time I did it, oh my God, I failed. I feel because, like, I wasn't really into it, honestly. Like, so when you're doing the provincial exam, they has questions, and they also have like a pre-exam, like a mock thing that you can pay. I think it's like $50 you have to pay, and you're able to like practice or something. I didn't do that because I'm like, no, I'm not paying that amount of money for that. But then at the end of the day, I still pay $50 to take the second exam. So for the training, I forgot to say that for the training, when I did mine, I paid like $135. Yeah, I paid $135. Luckily for me, I think they had like a discount at that period, because the $135 included the examination fee, like included the provincial examination fee. Because if you were to take the examination, aside, it's like $50. Because after I failed the first time, when I was supposed to take it the second time, then I had to pay $50 for it. So yes, so that's the amount it cost. So after I passed the second time for the provincial examination, after passing that, what I did next was for me to now apply for my security license. So for the security license, you just need a bunch of things to do. So the first thing you need to do is you need to pass your provincial exam, have an 80% and above, okay? So when you pass, they send you a mail. When you fail, they still send you a mail. So when you pass, they send you a mail stating that, oh, you have like 80%, blah 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 blah, and that you now need to apply for your license. And they give you like a link for you to go to. When you go to the link, you're able to see all of the documents, all of the things needed for the application, basically. So what I did was, after I passed, I remember I had to, so you need your criminal check, that's your police certificate, like a criminal background check. So I had to go to the police office. Like, yeah, I went to RCMP. Is it RCMP? Oh no, I went to the police office to apply for my criminal background check. I think it was like $25. Now I'm forgetting. I think it's like $25. So I applied. It took about a week for it to come back. So while doing this, I know that I was also asked to take passport photograph, because they're going to give you like a license card. So for the passport photograph, it was like $25. I took the picture at Shoppers. Shoppers is expensive. Shoppers Drug Mart is expensive. So you can take the picture at Walmart, Superstore, anywhere that is cheaper. But I was rushing, so I took the picture at Shoppers Drug Mart. Then you also need to fill a form. So we have like a form online. So for the form, when you're filling the form, you just have to fill, oh, you're applying for a security license, because they have like a list of other things you can apply for, like loss prevention officer. But it just depends on what you want, and the training you took. So you fill the form, you write, oh, blah blah blah, it's for the security license. Then you also pay for the license, and I think the license is good for 2 years. Yes. So the license is good for 2 years. So you pay for the license, so you get your criminal check. So when you have all of your documents together, you also need to show proof that you're able to work here in Canada. If you're in Edmonton, that's where the office is at. You can just, go to the office and submit in person. But I'm here in Fort McMurray. What I did was gathered all of my documents together, and I went to Canada Post and sent this over to their office. And it took about a week or two for them to get back to me. So when they receive your application first, I think the first thing they do is they send you a temporary license that is going to be in your mail, like your actual email, and you get your physical license in your mailbox. So it came back and I got my license and I was able to work. So for the security job, it's really good in the sense that you get like 10 hours, 12 hours, 13-hour shift, and you get paid like really well. So this is one thing you might want to consider, because it's a good job. But if you know that you cannot stand for a long period of time, but then you should, it's something good. You should consider. It's a good job that pays above minimum wage, and a lot of students I know right now are doing that. And we also have like different security companies that you can, apply to work with them. And I know for one security company here in Fort McMurray, Alberta, like you do not need to have a license. So what they do is that once you apply to work for this company, the company takes care of all of these expenses, all of these things that I've just said, the money for the license, everything, the exam, the company takes care of this. And what they do in exchange for that is that you have to work you have to work for them for about 6 months. Like you cannot leave, but you still get paid. So you cannot just leave, like just in case you get like a good offer, you cannot just leave the company. You have to work for them for 6 months before you're able to leave. Okay. And the name of this company is Paladin Security. So Paladin Security is really nice. We have Gada Ward, we have those are the ones I know that are practicing in Canada. We have extreme security, we have different kinds of security. So you can also go online, go on Indeed to check for security companies to apply for. If you want to make the process like really fast, you can just go and get your license by yourself. So you know that once you apply for a job and they ask, oh, blah 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 blah, you have your license there. And some of the security companies also require that you have your car, not even car, like you have your driver's license, because some of the security jobs might require that you're moving from one place to another, with cars, because we have different kinds of security jobs. Like I said, some people work on the site, you just have to start driving. So for this security job, it's really nice that you have your class 5 driver's license. So here in Alberta, we know we have like two kinds of driver's license. We have the class 7 and the class 5. So class 7 is more like the beginner's one, and class 7 is when you do like the knowledge based test, and once you pass, you get your class 7 driver's license. You're not able to drive, or I'll say you're able to drive, but you need a class 5 licensed driver beside you when you're driving. Okay, so you cannot drive on your own. So no company will want to give a class 7 um you know a car, because they know you cannot drive by yourself, and they don't want that. They want someone that is able to walk, independently. So you need your class 5. Usually after 1 year, once you get your class 7, after 1 year you're able to apply for your class 5. But if you have like your driver's license from back home, once you apply for your class 7, you're also able to apply for like your class 5 immediately, because you have like proof that you were driving back home. And I'm going to tell you this for free. If you're coming, bring your actual driver's license from back home. Don't bring the international one, because for me, I feel like it's waste of money. I did that thing for like 60,000 naira. So, and no, they didn't collect it from me. So, you might want to just come with your actual driver's license. So, once you have these things, it's a plus for you, because you know once you get to jobs like that, they even pay more compared to the ones that you're just, standing, you're not driving. Yes, so that's one job that you would want to consider, because this is the summer period. A lot of students want to make money. And I'm saying this from experience, because this is something that worked for me. And I'm trying to, like share this with you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I am making it short, but then I want you to be able to get the key. I'm going to leave in the description box the link to the website I used when registering for my security license. I'm also going to leave in the description box the link to all of the documents that you need when applying for this um, license. Okay, so kindly subscribe to my channel and write in the comment section kinds of videos you want me to do, because I'm trying to take back feedbacks at this point so I can work on my videos to get more engagement. Okay, thank you guys, I really appreciate. See you guys later. Bye bye.